Hey everybody, good morning. Adam Curry here with the Traveling Realtors. I wanted to first remind you guys that January 31st from 1:30 to 2:30, Jen and I are going to be doing a webinar to kind of go over some highlights from the course that we are teaching, talking about how her and I both traveled the world and sold real estate back in Cincinnati and Ohio when we were in Europe, Asia, or wherever the heck we were. And Jen's actually going to be coming from South Africa, which will be really cool. I'll be in cold Cincinnati, as you can tell by my pale skin, but she will be in sunny South Africa. So today I just wanted to touch a little bit about my personal journey and trip, and how a little bit about how that came about. So March of 2018, my wife and I set off and we went to South Africa first, which is funny enough, and from there we visited 10 more countries over the next 9 months. We hit South Africa, Portugal, worked our way across Europe, stopped in the Republic of Georgia, and then we stayed in Asia for about 3 or 4 months. Some of our favorite places were South Africa. Again, super jealous. Jen's going there right now. Thailand, and then the Republic of Georgia. And the way we traveled versus the way Jen traveled was my wife really was the queen of logistics. She planned the trip, she planned the flights, the hotels. I helped find our office spaces and a lot of the times the gyms we were going to work out at. But Jen's is planned all through a company that she's going through. So it takes a lot of the stress of the logistics off of her and lets her focus on selling, or just running her real estate business. So then I wanted to briefly touch about why this trip came up. My wife and I just got married. There was one day we were watching an Anthony Bourdain show, probably in Asia, and I got done watching the show, and I bugged my wife for 2 weeks straight, like, why can't we travel longer? Like, it seems like all these celebrities do. Why does it have to be reserved for them? Why can't we do it? It seems like our business could be working remotely. And, I bugged her long enough that we came up with a big mind map, which I'll show you here, which was the actual thing that we did when we sat down on a Sunday morning and we plotted out, like, how can we make this trip possible. And through months and months of planning, we were able to set off in March of 2018. And there's a lot of other stuff that we'll touch on in the webinar, but that is the brief story about how our trip came to be. So January 31st from 1:30 to 2:30. We hope to see you there, and stay tuned over the next couple of days. We'll be sharing some other tidbits about how we were able to make this trip a success. Have a good morning. See ya.